This is Gamer Weekly, bringing you the latest of what the video game scene has to offer. On today's episode of Gamer Weekly, I have Pablo Testa of OPQAM, and we're going to be talking about their latest game, Dogos. Alright, and welcome to another episode of Gamer Weekly, and with me today is Pablo Testa of OPQAM. Thank you so much for coming on to the show today, man.
Hi, Justin. Thank you for inviting me to the show.
And you guys are currently working on a game called Doggo. What is Doggo?
Okay, Dogo is a space shooter. It's a top-down space shooter where you can go anywhere. It's open world. It's a 3D game. You have a particularity that the camera rotates around the world. It's fast-pacing. We emulate some games from the past, like Civius. You can fire to the air. You need to fire to the ground. And we have different styles of gameplay in the game. You can see when you play it. Okay,
and so you guys are making an open world shoot 'em up game, and that's not really something that's a standard, I guess. Like, I feel like this is probably one of the first times I've ever seen something in this kind of like in this world where you get to fly around wherever you want to, whenever you want to, instead of like it being strictly level based. What was the idea behind making it an open world game?
Okay, the idea is that we have levels, but you can go anywhere in the level. Of course, you have a mission to accomplish, but you can take any approach. You can rush into the enemies. You can go from different sides, or you can first take the air enemies or the ground enemies, or destroy the turrets, or whatever you want. It's up to you, the pacing of the game. Sometimes you have different paths. You need to go to an objective, but you can have 3 or 4 paths to follow. They are different, and they're more challenging to give you more rewards. And it's up to you how you develop your ship and how you go into the game. It's not a scroll that pushes you all the time. You set the pacing of the game.
So it's basically whenever I feel like doing something, I can do it.
Yes, when you are, okay, this is too hard, you can go back up, relax a little, go in again, or some people prefer just rush into the problem. Sometimes you can avoid destroy some things because they are in the path, but you can just go out, but you miss some power up or upgrade. But this is up to you. Some levels don't let you progress, some levels let you progress without destroying everything, but this is up to you. We have hidden places that you need to go, and maybe behind the mountain or rocks or whatever. You can go to this path to get upgrades.
Okay, so what are you fighting in Doggo?
You are fighting the evil Seed Nuke race that take the Earth. The history is pretty standard. Yeah, you need to save the world from the evil Seed Nuke. This is the basic idea of the game. Like, it's a shooter. The main thing is shoot at things, not too much of the history of the game. And you have like I say, like different missions, and you end in the Seed Nuke base in the big ship in the end of the level. Basically, it's that.
So it's pretty much like just shoot everything and don't die.
Yes, it's a shooter. Like, don't die. You are gonna die a lot. But for people that don't like die a lot, we have an easy level that is too much forgiving. And you can play like, okay, I'm gonna play and destroy things just for fun. And if you are a real hardcore player, you have the more difficulty levels that you're gonna die too many times, but when you beat the level, you feel, okay, I do it. When you try something really hard and we make the game fair, the game is difficult, but it's not something that is gonna kill you because you don't know why. And when you die, you say, okay, it's my mistake. It's what you try to do. When you do something bad, you do it bad, and when you do it right, you feel good because you beat the game, you take the game.
So when I die in the game, it's like, oh yeah, that was definitely me. That was definitely me trying to just do some stuff that was just too crazy that I shouldn't have been trying to do in the first place.
Yeah, it's the idea of the game. We also put some like shortcuts, things like that you need to figure out to maybe to avoid some fight or something like that. That when it's obvious for us because we put it in there, but sometimes you discover, I can do this and avoid all of this, or take easy because you can cover behind a rock or whatever. And when you find these spots, you say, okay, I take you game. You know what I mean when you discover something that you beat the game or you trick the game
right
in your favor.
Yeah, and so do you feel like it's kind of like an industry standard to where if you make a game that is like a shoot 'em up game that you have to make it as hard as possible?
No, I think it's some shoot 'em ups are hard. We like it hard by ourselves, but we balance with different people. Like for myself, the game need to be a challenge. That's just like people think the game right now like some experience or something like that. For me, it's like if you are like to play soccer, you need to be good to play soccer. You need to take some effort, learn something. Here, for me, games is something like that. You need to have some ability to do it. Not just get the pad and move forward.
So it's one of those things. It's like when you're making a game like this is like I made a game that is difficult but fair, but also it's like if you beat this game, it's kind of like a rite of passage. Like you beat this, like you're good at games if you can beat this game, basically.
Yes, but for people that are not like die and should wanna get fun, like we put the easy level that you see that is really forgiving for the player. Also, we put infinite life, so you don't need to take care about checkpoints or whatever. Just keep going until, for example, you reach a hard boss. But with infinite life, it's just a matter of time killing it. You know, if you want only get fun, you can get into this difficulty level and just get fun. We try to put it, make it a good game for any kind of player.
And that's good. Honestly, I feel like that's where the true skill in games lie, is where a game is simple, but yet there's a lot of layers to the game to make it more complex. And it's like it's kind of like a jawbreaker, I guess. Like everyone likes a jawbreaker, but it's like the flavor keeps you around, you know? Like you got to have something that's like that staying power. Like what makes this game, like what makes it want you to keep playing it? And it's because it's difficult, but like it's simple at the same time. I don't know. Like I think that's pretty cool. And so the game is going to be coming out for the PS4, the Xbox, and Steam. And did you run into any difficulties doing that kind of like multi-system setup there, or was it a pretty seamless transition?
Well, I am doing the game in Shine. We don't use Unity, this is Unreal. We do that or in Shine to make the game running faster. Like we are full HD, 60 frames per second in both consoles and PC, obviously. Depends on your game card, but run fast. The game code is basically 90% the same for all the platforms. It's not difficulty because they are almost the same game hardware. Like the Xbox have DirectX, PS4 have his own system, but they are not similar. But it's not hard to change it. The core of the it's not too difficulty to do for all platforms.
So it's not
because
I'm sorry.
Okay, like we share all the code, we share shaders. That is the main thing to do graphics between all platforms without any complication. If we are a bigger company, we have more people when you need to optimize more, and if we really have the time to do it, maybe to get more FPS, but we are at 60 and we are pretty good. It's more complex. But for the kind of game we do, it's not complex port to these 3 platforms.
Okay, see, because it's you said because it was 90% of pretty much like it's pretty much the same thing, but there's like small little tweaks that you have to do. So.
Yeah, it's not tweaks. It's not tweaks. It's just the code to render graphics, or to play the sound, or to read the gamepad. But it's just when you have it abstracted in the code, the game code is it's the same. Like we port Office game Project Root for PS4 in 1 month, and for Xbox One in 1 month too. Later we need to tweak like saves or requirements for each platform, but the main port takes us 1 month. It's not a big deal for us for the kind of game we do. You know, it's not the same for all people, but for our game it's pretty simple in a technical standpoint. You know, it's not, I don't know, big distance to draw or many characters or whatever. It's just bullets flying around, enemies. Like, you know, we do this kind of game because we love it, but also we do this kind of game because are the games we can do for people.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So, yeah, everyone, check out Doggo by OPQAM. It's a pretty awesome game, and it is out now, so you have no reason not to check it out. And it is for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And I will also provide a link to the game so that all you have to do is scroll down on the page, and boom, the game is yours. So, thank you so much, Pablo, for coming on to the show. And if you guys like Gamer Weekly, listen to the other episodes, and you can also subscribe to Gamer Weekly on iTunes as well. All right? Have a nice day, guys. Thank you for listening to this week's Gamer Weekly. This is Justin Bannister signing off.